All right, let's talk about something that's going to completely change how you use technology. I'm not talking about just a small update. This is a total game changer. We're talking about AI agents. And by 2026, they're going to be a huge part of your daily life. So let's kick things off with a question that really gets to the heart of it all.
Think about how you use AI right now. You ask it questions, right? Hey, what's the weather? Or give me a recipe for lasagna. It's useful, for sure, but what if it could go way beyond just answering questions? What if you could just give it a goal and it could figure out and handle every single step to make it happen, all by itself?
Okay, so imagine you type this in. Plan a surprise birthday weekend in the mountains for my partner. I mean, that's not just a simple question, is it? That's a whole project. Right now, if you gave that to your current AI assistant, it would just, well, it wouldn't know what to do. But for an AI agent, this is where it shines. This is just the starting point. And boom, just like that, it's off to the races. You don't have to tell it what to do next. It just knows. First up, it's already scouring the web for the best flights. It's looking at prices, the best travel times. It probably even remembers you prefer a window seat. Okay, flights are sorted. Now, what about a place to stay? The agent is already on it. It's jumping between rental websites, checking out reviews, making sure the dates are free, and then it actually books the cabin. It makes the reservation for you.
And check this out. This is the really cool part. It's thinking ahead. It knows you're going to the mountains, so it thinks, hey, they'll probably want to go hiking. So it finds a really well-rated hiking guide for that specific area and just orders it. So it shows up at your door before your trip.
And to top it all off, that special birthday dinner. The agent has already found a great restaurant near the cabin and booked a table. The entire trip from start to finish is planned, and you haven't had to open a single new browser tab. And that's it. Done. A task that would have taken you, a few hours of planning and booking? It's all finished. That is the power of an AI agent. So you're probably wondering, how on earth does it actually do all of that? All right, let's pull back the curtain and see what's going on here. We're going to talk about what an AI agent actually is and why it's so different, moving from just an assistant to a real autonomous partner. Okay, so here's the official definition, but let's break it down. The key words here are autonomous actions and using different tools. See, an AI agent doesn't just sit there waiting for your next instruction. It gets the big picture, the goal, and then it creates its own to-do list. And then it actually uses the tools on your computer or phone, your apps, websites, whatever it needs, to check off every item on that list. I love this analogy. It makes it so clear. Think of the AI you have now, Siri, Alexa, you name it, as an intern. A really smart intern, but still an intern. You have to tell it exactly what to do, step by step. Do this, then do that. But an AI agent, that's your project manager. You just walk in and say, here's the goal, and you can trust that they'll figure out all the details and get the whole thing done. So how does it actually think? Well, it's a pretty logical process, actually. First, it makes sure it understands your goal. Then it creates a plan, a series of steps. Step 3 is the magic. It actually uses the tools at its disposal, the same apps and sites you'd use. But step 4 is probably the most important of all. Execute and adapt. If a website is down or a flight is sold out, it doesn't just give up. It adapts. It problem solves and finds another way, just like you would. Okay, that's the techie stuff out of the way. Now for the really exciting part. Let's talk about how your life is actually going to change, both at home and at work. At home, this is basically like having a personal assistant for your life. We're talking about planning your entire family vacation, not just finding deals, but booking everything. Or imagine it managing all your smart home devices without you even thinking about it. You're running low on milk, it's already in your next grocery order. All those little annoying life admin tasks, gone. And then there's work. Oh man, the possibilities here are huge. Think about all those long meetings. An agent could listen to the whole thing and just give you the key takeaways and a list of action items. Or that market research you've been putting off, it can do it for you and spit out a report. All that mind-numbing data entry, automated. This isn't about replacing you. It's about getting rid of the boring stuff so you can focus on the work that actually matters. This is what it all comes down to, the gift of time. Just look at these numbers. They're staggering. Planning a trip goes from a few hours of stress down to 5 minutes. That big research project that would eat up your afternoon, 15 minutes. Even expense reports, which everyone hates, go from an hour down to basically 2 minutes. We're not talking about saving a little bit of time here and there. This is a complete revolution in productivity. So yeah, because of this massive potential, this isn't just some passing fad. This is a huge deal. All the big names in tech are calling this the next major evolution in our relationship with computers.
And there's a name for it, the agentic shift. It's a fancy term for a simple idea. We're moving from tools that we command to partners that we collaborate with. The technology, the large language models, are finally smart enough to not just understand what you want, but to actually go out and do it for you using the tools you already have. And listen, this is not some far-off future stuff. It is happening right now. You've got agents like Devin that are already writing code. Microsoft is building this stuff directly into Copilot and Office. Google's working on its own versions for your everyday tasks. And we're about to see specialized agents for everything: finance, travel, you name it.
This quote from Forbes just nails it. It's not an iteration, it's a revolution. Think about it. Your entire life with computers, you've had to focus on the how. How do I book a flight? How do I make a spreadsheet? Click here, type this. With agents, we're handing over all of the how to the machine. All we have to worry about is the what. What do we want to accomplish? So that really brings us to the big question. For you personally, when all the boring, tedious, time-sucking tasks in your life are just one command away, what are you going to do with all that time you get back? It's pretty exciting to think about, right? Thanks for tuning in.